We're going to have one world currency when the Antichrist comes to power. Have you noticed CBDC, the central bank digital currency system that's already been approved by the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund and the IRS? I mean, these things are happening right now. We were witnessing the fact of just chaos in America, and that's because we've turned our back on God over the last 60 years. And we have chaos everywhere.
Welcome to the Ignite with Barry Meguiar podcast, where Barry's book and passion for spreading God's love are guaranteed to ignite your life. Now listen in and prepare to have your life ignited.
Welcome back to Ignite. Talk about a wake-up call. Have you been noticing what's going on lately? I mean, it speaks volumes. I know in it was Matthew 24:36. It says, no one knows the day or the hour. Only God the Father knows when he's coming back. But then in Luke 21, he says, but when you see these things begin to happen, lift up your heads and rejoice because your redemption draweth nigh. I think it's time to lift up our heads and rejoice because it's pretty amazing what's going on right now. If you haven't lately, read Ezekiel 38. The war of Ezekiel 38, 37, 38, 39 describes it, but it talks about how Gog and Magog, or Russia and Iran and Turkey and a consortium of countries will come down on Israel, and they get thumped pretty bad. I mean, it's very interesting. Just read Ezekiel 38. It's pretty interesting. But prophecy experts argue only, not that it's not going to happen. Of course it's going to happen. And Israel is going to survive. They're going to get hurt bad, but they'll survive. But the point being, the only argument is, does it happen before or after the rapture? No question it happens right at that time. And if you notice the posturing that's going on between Iran and Russia and Turkey and Israel right now, we are at the cusp of that happening. That's exciting. That's exciting. The Antichrist is going to usher in a one world government. Have you been following the World Economic Forum and their global reset that's scheduled for 2030? When they first announced that was a long time out, but that's 6 years from now. We're going to have one world currency when the Antichrist comes to power. Have you noticed CBDC, the central bank digital currency system that's already been approved by the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund and the IRS? I mean, these things are happening right now. We were witnessing the fact of just chaos in America, and that's because we've turned our back on God over the last 60 years. And we have chaos everywhere. How long is God going to put up with all this? He's unbelievably patient, and he wants to get as many people into heaven as he possibly can before it's at lights out. But God's patience certainly must be getting to that point. Why is this all happening? Well, how can people make these horrendously stupid decisions? Every day the laws they're passing, the things they're proclaiming, and sometimes with vessels popping out of their necks, they're proclaiming things that don't make any sense whatsoever. And the only explanation for me comes in 2 Corinthians 4, chapter 4, where he explains that Satan's the god of this world. It actually says that. Satan's the god of this world, and he blinds the minds of unbelievers. It was at one time we were 80% believers. Now we're 80% non-believers. And when he blinds our minds, it makes us see evil as good and good as evil. That's what's happening. So the most insane things they're saying, they literally see them as evil. They see them as good. We see them as evil. They see them as good. We may hate them, but we have no room to hate them. God loves them. They're not evil. They're lost. They're lost. And here's the dichotomy. It is a dichotomy, and it's scriptural. The fields are white for harvest. Do you know that over 80% of the unchurched are looking for God? They know the world's out of control and are looking for God, looking for somebody to tell them about God. But the laborers are few. We mention this often in our recordings. Only 1% of us are sharing our faith. Only 1% of us. Romans 10:1 describes, how are they going to know unless somebody tells them they're lost? They're not going to church. So how are they going to find out there's a God that loves them unless we tell them? Who's going to tell them unless somebody sends them? Nobody's sending us. That's why we have Ignite. That's what we're here for. It boils down to this one question. Do you care? Do you even care? Do you care that people are going to hell? Do you care that 80% of the people around you every day are going to hell? And do you just turn your head and walk the other way? You don't care? This is what the love of God is all about. When you love God and He loves you, that love flows to those around you. If you have unsaved friends and family and loved ones around you that are lost, I got to tell you, this is your wake-up call. This is your wake-up call. And you're running out of time. See you next time.
If you enjoyed today's episode, let us know. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review to help us reach more listeners. Remember, sharing your faith ignites your faith. See you next time on the Ignite with Barry Meguiar podcast.